Oh, that's right, folks. You all hear that sweet, sweet Final Fantasy music. You know what's about to happen. This is the 2020 Spring Tournament, Monty Chaos's Casino. My name is Dang Wu, and I am broadcasting with, well, an opponent of mine this weekend, Spellzap. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about yourself, Dang?
A little tired from work, but you know what? I'm pumped up, amped up, ready to go on some Final Fantasy Randomizer Kool-Aid. And in the background, pushing the ones and twos, yelling at us in the background, a Groggy Dog. So, Groggy, should probably move him up in the broadcast booth. It looks like we closed the door on him, and he hasn't actually joined us in the broadcast booth.
He'll figure it out.
We just kind of closed the door on him. It's fine. But the main stars of the show, left-hand side, old school jkoper, the man that has been around since pretty much the inception of the Final Fantasy Randomizer, up against Kaosubaloo, who is an up-and-comer, shown a lot of promise that I've seen some rookie the rookie errors, if you want to call it. So, but I mean, that's going to happen. But she has been showing a lot, and I can't wait for this match to start here. But for Spellzap, what exactly, since this is week 4, what are our viewers going to be looking towards? What is different?
Okay, you know them, you love them. They're the usual swish flags, but they've got, instead of last week, I believe it was Volcano, we've got Sky incentivized. So anywhere there would be in the Adamant chest in the Sky Palace, there's going to be an incentive key item there, which means they're probably going to go to Sky early, Dang.
They're definitely going to be going to Sky, but I mean, one thing is you kind of know how this plays a bit more than probably how I will say. And you and I were kind of talking about it in the pregame before we locked out the Groggy Dog in the broadcast booth. But so, what are our viewers going to kind of look at? What should they expect? Kind of how the seed should play out.
Yeah. So the first thing we're going to do is try to find the canal. There's a small chance we get a floater before that, but we're looking for that canal to start, so we're going to check all the options, get all of our magic from Corneria and Provoca, and then Elfland. Maybe we got to go Marsh Cave, maybe we don't. Once we get out of the Inner Sea, we're going to start checking the usual places like Crescent Lake or Sarda, and then if we get the ruby, that is. And then we're going to try and clear out all the incentives.
It's going to be an interesting one. I mean, yeah, because the way it plays out is you could get, with canoe, with ship, and then you have to, go to volcano or ice, but then we might get the canal with the ship, or canal, ship, and a canoe, and you got the whole world open to you, and then you have to gamble where you're going to go.
Yeah, you're kind of confused sometimes when you get the early floater, and the whole world's open to you, and you don't know what to do. It's a lot more directed if you're locked in to get the canal or try to look for that canal.
And we have them we have them starting, so we should be seeing them very shortly. I'd say in the next couple seconds here, and we go. So jkoper jumps it. He's off to the start, off to the whatever you want to say, off to the races.
Going right into that black magic shop, we got Zap. I love to see it.
It's almost like you rolled this.
Yeah, I did. I certainly did. He skipped the white magic shop, but we got Life 2. They're going to love that for their white mage only, but that's not a strong start as far as magic goes. Zap isn't exactly the most reliable.
Not the most reliable, but not very many enemies resist it. That's always a plus. It'll do its job, though, I have to admit, for now. But the good news for Quadex is if we just want to kill Garland and move on, Quadex will do the job just fine. Chain armor for 99, iron for a little bit more. Ooh, that's a nice grind, or a nice opening tile if we can kill him.
Yeah, I don't know about grind on that one, Dang, but it's definitely something you want to grab a couple levels on to start. You do have to rely on Zap, though.
That's true. Both imps and Gur imps. Ooh, jkoper's going to reset out of that one. And we're going to see Quad X do its job here. Garland says, how dare you erase me? I'll see you in 3,000 years. Or 2,000 years, whatever the time loop is. He doesn't even care at this point. He got erased.
Yep, so Kyle leaving those chests for now, going right for the Garland play. You know, she's going to grab her key items, and hopefully she checks those, because you still want to find that canal.
Do you go to the herb? Turn in.
Not necessarily yet. The only thing it can bite you is if you get crystal from it. That's a pretty small chance.
Good news, both runners have decided not to go check the chests, though with, as you know, you had pointed out, we don't exactly have the best spells to clear out. Zap probably would do okay. But Fire 2 and Stop, I'm okay with those two spells. Plus, the ever
Temper
needed
is pretty good.
Temper.
Yeah, you want to grab that Fire 2. Maybe you leave the Temper for later, save some money. But you're definitely going to come back and pick it up. Invis is a good one. You can use that in a pinch on your carry and Topher.
Alright, so we're going to try and kill him. Good thing we have Fire 2 on the one Black Mage here. So 3-party right off the get-go for Kaosubaloo. jkoper will probably be there, maybe, although... Ooh, Adamant there, so that's another turning we can do.
Yeah, we're sort of piling up the Inner Sea turn-ins here.
This is probably the hardest part if you're Kaosubaloo. You're like, how much money do I really want to spend here? Because I know level 3 magic's going to be expensive.
Oh, I'd
spend
10.
Right, exactly. Like, how do I do this? Because if I have to go to Marsh, I need those resources, and I have to gamble that Matoya and the Dwarf chests have some money in them.
Yeah, if you skip the early chests in Temple of Fiends, you're probably usually going to be short on money, and that's always a good reason to check them.
I mean, heck, even these early fights are okay for money. It's not great, but it'll at least buy you a spell. So the Gur-Umps with Imps fight. I mean, it's great if you get it right off the start. It's like instantly level 3 or level 4 if you get them, but the problem is you don't want to bank on it.
No, it looks like they've got something that stuns here, so you really need to get your stuff up early. Get the Fire 2 out there.
I didn't see level 3 magic, but level 4's got cake, so that's what I'm talking about. Best spell in the game right there. It'll win you matches. I'm telling everybody right now. It'll win you matches.
Misses the nuke, sees the cake.
That's right.
He's classic Dang right there.
Wait, was there a nuke there? Are you serious? There was a nuke there? I completely just saw the cake only. Alright, so we didn't get a whole lot here from Matoya's here. We got a shield, we got a silver knife, Hanger Canucka's tappy.
That's all you need.
That's right. Okay, so Kaosubaloo's kind of done what we think. Gonna do the Matoya check. Do you think she will do the Temple of Fiends check, or is she gonna do all her key checks first?
I mean, I can see her go away from Temple of Fiends. I would go to Temple of Fiends just to get it out of the way. She might be doing it from this dock, though, so and maybe after Dwarf, she comes back around and goes up to it.
Yeah, not a whole lot of magic there, so kind of unfortunate here. It's going to be a little hard to check Temple of Fiends. Not impossible, but it's going to be harder because we got to spend those charges. Level 5, Black Mage can now use level 3 magic and the White Mage. So we're going to get our first look at what the Adamant gives us. No, Adamant gave us the rod, didn't it? No, that was Herb turn-in. Mm-hmm. So this is our first look at Adamant. Crystal, so the good old backtrack. We're sailing the high seas some more. Okay, at this point, Uh-oh. Unrunnable. Oh, she's going to reset out. She has to do that again. That's the downside of only having that one charge of Fire 2.
And that's why you gotta get those cabins so you can save after you turn in the key items.
And, and to remember that with that zap at level 1, I know it's not very accurate, but it'll still do the job. Even Quad X. Stinger comes out. The poison sound. Oh no. That's the. Oh, this is a tough spot for Kaosubaloo here. I don't remember what was in those 2 chests, but she's got to recheck those 2 chests again too, doesn't she?
Just a little bit of money, and I think it was a potion.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't too bad. But it looks like jkoper is going to run into the same stuff here. What's his spell charges? Okay, he's got 1 extra Fire 2, but he picks up the Zap. And there it is. Zap's able to clear out. We still have Fire 2 charges.
Yeah, you're really going to want to fill out the spells on the Black Mage because they only have 1 Black Magic caster today. Which is something we need to talk about, which is their drafts. And I believe it was Kaosubaloo started off with jkoper started off with a Thief. Kaosubaloo answered it with Black Mage, White Mage, and jkoper finished with Fighter. So that Black Mage is going to be doing a lot of work throughout the seed with the spellcast. So you need to get all the spells you can get, even Quake.
Oh, what a big shot by that Knight to finally, hopefully, get Kaosubaloo out of here. jkoper managed to pick up those cabins and stuff that kind of like what I pointed out. What do you buy? And having those camping equipment can be very crucial here. That's about 2 minutes Kaosubaloo's already lost here. And, I mean, I think Kaosubaloo's maybe afraid to use the Quad X. I'm not entirely sure. Nerves. I mean, a lot of things happen when you're racing.
Yeah, I can tell you, it really all goes out the window. Sometimes you get locked in on just the one way of doing it, thinking about, oh, I just need to get better luck, or just running it over and over. But
to answer the question in chat, were the save items expensive? They weren't necessarily expensive. It was just we didn't have a whole lot of money, so trying to plan ahead of time, kind of how much to spend, how much not to spend. Kaosubaloo kind of went the cheaper method, and it's kind of hurting herself right now. And the fact that she didn't pick up Zap in the level 1 is hurting her here because a lot of these early enemies can be killed by Zap. Maybe not all the way, but with a fighter with a weapon, he can generally clear up most of these enemies. So she has to backtrack to save to get the Black Mage more Fire 2 casts. Oh, looks like she finally made it out. So she's got the crystal now. Alright, so this is good. So, all of this considered, we've managed to catch up.
Okay, a rune sword, that would be good for the Thief.
Yeah.
More inner sea turn-ins. You love to see it, dang.
I mean, I'm okay with it. We have Quad X. An early Astos with Quad X, even with this bad magic, I'm okay with this.
Yeah, Quad X should do it. I don't think we're out of range, pushing him above the 300. Might be a small chance. I'm not gonna do math here, but
he can. If he pushes over the 200%, he's over. Because he's got 168 base health.
Yeah, that's true. And then you can get if you see it ineffective, you throw a Fire 2 and you try again the next round.
Yep, exactly. Because he's not going to be that much over it, but we have the ways of dealing with him, which is good. Yeah, FSS Zilla, that Thief is probably not coming up. Kaosubaloo is, I think, locked in. But with the Rune Sword, it's not a bad to keep up the Thief, though, too, because, as Spellsuck has said, it is a viable weapon for it. And with the Thief fixes, it's a good thing to have, I think.
Yeah, and I think with the way that our spellcasters are, we're gonna need everybody to contribute. So putting that Rune Sword on that Thief's a good idea.
Especially with Nuke level 3. See, I honestly thought you were messing with me, and Nuke was in the level 4 magic, and I just completely zoned in on the cake spell, but it was level 3, so I don't feel nearly as bad about that. So, level 3 Nuke, we have access to it now. We at least have a spell charge. Okay. And Fate is level 4 with Exit, so talk about these parties just kind of working well with all this magic right here. Like, everything's white magic locked. The Nuke at level 3, so more than likely your black mage is going to get it, obviously, ahead of time. So red mage is not as useful as, you know, as we needed, I guess if you want to call it.
Yeah, when I started out here, I had a hard time remembering which spells were which for the red mage, but luckily today, you don't really have to remember because you don't have one.
And there's the canoe. You and I talked about it. The canoe opens up so much. I mean, so we don't have exit. We don't have warp charges. I see SVJ has joined us in chat, listening to that beautiful, beautiful music by jkoper. Without warp and exit, do we go into Marsh? I mean, that's the hardest thing. We've seen a lot of races where Marsh has held stuff. We've seen, you know, because if you go into Marsh now, more than likely whoever doesn't go to Marsh is going there almost absolutely the last thing they do.
Well, you could detour. You could go to, you know, Crescent Lake.
Mm-hmm.
But you're definitely going to want to grab the spells, at least, if you haven't already, because I know they're a little bit short on money. So maybe you grab those spells, and if you come up with enough money and enough levels, I know someone's really close at level 7, you can go to Marsh and clear that out. Because remember, you're still looking for that canal. The only chance, or the only thing that doesn't get you out around that is if you find the floater.
Yeah, and that's a good point, because at level 8, the black mage and the white mage learn level 4 magic, and white mages can learn exit because it's available. So, I mean, I don't think these runners have taken enough fights to get level 8, but you did say that they were level 7, so... I mean, what do you do? I guess if you're a gambling man, kind of like the Monte Chaos's casino theme we have, you make the gamble, hope it's there. If not, you can gain some decent levels there, or at least a couple levels.
Yeah, but it's going to be so hard to come back from Crescent. You're going to want to go into Volcano. Maybe if you miss some spells that you want to come back for, but gosh, I don't know.
So, another question, Chad. Does the early canoe increase the chance of canal loose elsewhere? Yes, it does. But that's one of the things is we haven't checked Temple of Fiends chest yet, which I think jkoper is actually about to do.
I like this.
Yeah, so that's a nice play. But at the same time, by doing the Marsh play after doing Astos, or at least doing topside first and then going to the bottom, yeah, you might lose a couple minutes depending on how nasty it is. If it's nasty, you leave it. But if it's not nasty, you can get in and check those chests. You kind of have an advantage over the opponent, kind of.
I've seen some XPs.
Those are always nice. They rolled. Oh, that is,
and the runaway.
The FFR special. Kill all but one, and then you run. Alright, so we're going to see what our Crescent play holds. Do we have a vendor item? No, but we have houses for about 2,000. Housing market, kind of expensive, but not really. Actually, it is expensive. Alright. Heal staff, well, that gives us money.
Yep, we got the ruby.
Alright. I have to admit, rod plus ruby means there's a canal for progression, in my opinion.
Yep, the only other place it could be, unless it's loose, is Ice Cave. And I don't know if you can handle Ice Cave yet.
Nuke, we've got Zap,
Yeah.
Ice Armor.
Yeah, you can do Ice Cave. As long as you pick up that exit, I think.
So jkoper finds a Flame Sword, finds Ice Armor, so he's looking a lot better than Kaosubaloo in armor department and offensive equipment.
You know, this goes back to what they did in the first couple minutes of the game. You got to go check out Temple of Fiend's chests and clear those out, because you would have had some great gear to get you going, and then maybe you can sell that heal staff and route everything out a lot cleaner.
Yes, Cheese. They drafted it. I mean, that's a nice fight, too. I mean, unfortunately, we don't have the houses. I don't think Kaosubaloo's bought enough houses. But those gators with those Karibe, get those couple extra experience. You know, gain a level or two to make this ice cave a little more manageable, because unless that white wizard's got exit, we're doing 2 laps of this thing. That's got to be a reset for Kaosubaloo there.
Reset.
And Hydras hit hard. They are not a nice the river tile. They're good for experience, or decent for experience, but they will punish you.
Yeah, they usually roll a lot of hits, and they can hit for a decent amount of damage for each one of them.
Karibe with heat, so I mean, does some damage. Generally easy to kill though for experience. But once again, Kaosubaloo doesn't have any houses. Oh, Karibe with Zap, and see you later, Light Warriors. You've gone to the 4th dimension.
Yeah, unfortunately, Zap is a lot more accurate versus us. So jkoper picking up his spells for the White Mage here, so he's a lot better prepared for an Ice Dive if he wants to do that.
Heal staff for 7,000. Wow, he actually sold that rune sword.
Yeah, if he's not bringing back the Thief, and he just wants enough to pay for some spells or for some armor.
Oh, Kaosubaloo, unfortunately, at a respawn rate of like 0, accidentally clicked that one. That always feels bad. I've done that. Nope. Not manipulating away from these Karibes and just... Uh-oh.
Yeah, it didn't look like the encounter table was too nice at the beginning of it, so you had to go a little bit deeper to get around some encounters here.
I mean, I'm going to tell you all right now. I like her aggression because she's moving quick, she's moving decisive. That's what I like about her play. I mean, I may say I don't agree with the play and stuff like that, but the important part is she's moving with a plan and she's doing it. She said, this is where I'm going fast, and she's making these decisions quickly, which is great.
Yeah, and I always like clearing out Ice Cave when you got the canoe. I mean, it's an incentive. You're probably going to have to do it anyway, so getting in there, getting in those chests seems a lot more worth it.
Yeah, I do. I'm going to be honest, though. If you want... I've been finding clearing the Volcano 2, the armory.
Yeah.
The enemies there, especially with our spells, you can gain several levels there, especially with a 3-person party, to make Ice Cave a lot safer.
Oh, yeah.
Because you find Peds there, I know Gargoyles are kind of tough, but they're worth some experience. You've got the spike tiles there, and you've got lots of treasure chests.
Yeah, then you're going to have a good chance of getting, from those treasure chests, maybe a caster item, which will make Ice Cave a lot easier. You can dig up like a light axe or a mage staff, or any of those caster items will make Ice Cave go a lot smoother.
Yeah. So Kaosubaloo is going to obviously check these two chests that are on the either side because we don't have warp, right? Are you under the impression of let's do one circuit without checking any of these chests, see what that incentive location is, and then open up the rest of the chests? Just so you have the information of what the incentive is first?
Maybe if I saw warp at 6 or something where I knew it was available but out of reach. I probably wouldn't, but I mean, it's definitely a play to do.
And level 8 for jkoper, so he's got exit on that white mage right now. There's a house pickup. That's pretty nice. And so far we've seen Ice Cave's been playing relatively nice. I'm going to say relatively nice. But I haven't seen Kaosubaloo use any heal potions. Okay, we got
She's only got about 25 or so.
Okay. So definitely going in with not much.
Scary.
Listen, I've almost wiped these, okay? I know it.
I'm
never downplaying them ever again. I think it was like, I laughed, I said, oh, it's so terrifying, and then they just started unloading like thunder and blizzard or something like that. I was just almost died. I was like, okay. It's interesting though, because I think you've damned off your thief, but you're playing a thing where you're diving Ice Cave and you're running a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have enough charges to be taking every single fight. Maybe you take some that look decent in the experience you can get away with just using 1 or 2 spells on. Frost Wolves are actually one of those with Fire 2. You could probably pick those off with just 1 Fire 2. Gain a couple levels.
Yeah. No, like I said, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to question Kaosubaloo's, but at the end of the day, she's the one racing, and she's being very decisive about it. So that's the most important thing when you're racing in this is... Uh-oh.
Well, I was going to say, we're going to see some interesting play here because we're going to see preparedness versus decisiveness. You got jkoper who's taken his time. He's gotten the exit. He's gotten the spell levels for everybody. He's brought a couple of houses. If Kao wipes 1 or 2 more times, jkoper is just going to shoot right ahead.
Oh, those Frosties? I have to admit, I really enjoy running into these with Quad X, because you can almost always kill them with a Quad X, and it's free experience.
Yep, and see, he's got the houses, so he's just taking the fights as they come on the river. And look, he's doing your method. He's going to Volcano.
I like to play. Especially with what he's got, level 8, you can get even more.
Yep, so he's going to be able to go in here, grab all the chests, and just exit out. So you're going to see a lot more mileage for the rest of his time here.
I mean, even these fire elementals, Ice 3, like, it's so funny because everybody's like, Nuke is so amazing. It's like, yeah, but you know what's even great? Ice 3 in this situation.
Yeah, but Nuke's got a lot higher of an accuracy rating. So it might be kind of a wash. I think they're both on the same level.
No, very true. It was actually one of my practice seeds where I found Nuke and Ice 3 in the same thing, and I went Nuke and Ice 3, but against the Fire Elementals, I did Ice 3, and since Ice has bonus damage against Fire, he was able to do more damage. It was just kind of entertaining. So we find a katana, we find an Aegis shield. So jkoper right now, if he keeps up his thief, is already looking good in the end game.
Well, right
But
now he's looking a little down, but
looks like it's a little ripped right now.
yeah.
And
I don't know. Seeing a katana, would you bring back your thief?
I would. Like,
Would you bring it back to 4, or are you thinking just swap over to thief?
So, one thing I'm kind of weird about, because I've been running a lot of 3-man, and I ran it against Show in my race, and I always overlevel. So if I'm going to overlevel anyways, I might as well go with a 4-person now, and use that ninja. Because if my knight goes down, my ninja can still do its job.
Yeah, and I've seen him do a little bit of damage just being a 4th party member, 2nd melee sort of thing, where they're throwing out katana swings at high armor bosses.
And I mean, one thing is if it can learn the nuke, the temper, a lock spell, like even lock early, a ninja being able to cast lock, that's one less thing your black mage has to be casting.
And look like Kaosubaloo taking a blizzard from these mummies. She might be able to get away though. Can't run.
Good news is, no, there it is. I didn't want to commentators curse it, and I almost did. I was like, the mummies are not casting Blizzard, and then they did.
I don't know. You said good news. Maybe. Alright, so we got jkoper going deeper into the volcano. Finds a ribbon.
Good news, everyone. Blizzard was casted. Okay, I gotta admit, Kaosubaloo, it's time to leave. I mean, I know you've been close, but unless you can manipulate around those mummies, it's gonna be rough. Because you still gotta do 2 cycles of that thing. You're not level 8.
Yeah, ghosts on the trap towel.
That is the worst. Oh, the black mage survives with 1 HP.
1 HP.
Not even close, baby.
Well, to be fair, 1 and full health versus ghost is pretty much the same thing, right? As a black mage.
It's very true. So, I gotta ask this because I've always wondered. With ghosts, I always feel like they always hit my heavily armored knight harder than they do my black mages. Why?
I don't know. Maybe ask the developers on that one.
Like, it just feels like they have like this instant half absorb always on all their attacks.
That'd be a good feature. Armor piercing touch.
Yeah, right? I mean, it's just something I've randomly noticed, but it could just be biased, So far we haven't seen anything from Ice 1. Spectres have Squint. Eye Mages with Dazzle, so this undead party pack is not very fun. Red Hydras are unrunnable on the Agama tile. They rolled 3 hits. Casters are gonna hurt.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you gotta hang it up and go somewhere else. You maybe hit the 3-strike rule and then say, "All right, let's try volcano."
Well, so the funny thing about Kaosubaloo is her first dive in, she actually went very far, which is like that false sense of hope you sometimes get, where like you get far and you're like, okay, it's not that bad, and then you go back in there and then you realize actually it is that bad.
Yeah, it looked like she got a little lucky on running away from things early. And not so much now. jkoper checking out the Agama tiles. He's got R Hydras, which he took for experience. I'm not sure if he's going to try to attempt carry. I mean, he's got the exit, so maybe he leaves afterwards. But let's see how far he goes in here.
Looks like Temper was... Okay, so Kaosubaloo is going to leave now. Good play. Because she needs levels. Unfortunately, the Karibe are still trying to zap her into the 4th dimension, so... Darned if she does, darned if she doesn't, wherever which way she goes. And jkoper's going to take on Carrie.
Yeah, he's not even going to check this chest up here.
Okay, so we've got Temper level 2. We have Fog 2. So that can help, because Carrie generally rolls a lot of hits that kind of add up. It can help. It's not the greatest thing, but in this situation, I think it's your best bet.
Oh, yeah. As far as a team-wide defensive spell.
And he's not even going to... He's going to punch with this White Mage. Says, I don't need Fog 2.
Yeah, you got to get that extra damage in.
3 hits for 121. Newt for that. Blaze comes out.
Takes out the Black Mage.
Yeah, not the start we wanted at all. We do have Cure 4. Now he's doing Fog 2.
Yeah, he's reevaluating.
Carry, Ink. Oh no, the Knight has been blinded. Still
Where's my
hits for
lamp?
3.
We need lamp.
We got a Cure 4 for you, don't worry.
I still like getting up the defense first. Yeah, you're going to get Cure 4 probably next turn.
4 hits for 70, so...
This is
these
looking
Fog
doable.
2s, yeah, these Fog 2s are really helping here.
3 hits, 201.
Wizard
Maybe
Staff.
a Wizard Staff. Maybe you can get her into a confused loop.
I've heard somebody has done that. I don't remember who it was.
I don't know. That seems awfully unlikely.
The Knight can see finally. We've now gone all offense here.
This character's got a lot of health.
It really does. Poison damage, that's... Okay, we have the ribbon. The Knight, or the fighter resisted it. Big shot from the Sun Sword, so that Sun Sword really helping out jkoper to be able to take on Carrie here.
Yep, so we got our first orb here at 3330. Still haven't found the canal, still haven't found the floater, but at least we can get some progress in the orb department.
And we've cleared all of Volcano here for jkoper. He's gained several levels. He's about mid-20s, or I'm sorry, the mid-teens. And he's going to go to, with that ribbon pickup, going to have a little easier time in the Ice Cave. I'm going to say little easier.
Yeah, not a lot you can do against Blizzard mummies. Unfortunately, you're going to see those a lot later in the game, too.
Yeah, because we got them in Waterfall. We've got them in Ordeals. We've got them in Mirage.
Earth Cave.
Yeah. So the good news for Kaosubaloo is we're going to get a lot of stuff. We're going to get levels. That's the important thing. I keep trying to tell people is early levels really matter. I know your MDef isn't that great early on, but it's about your HP. HP is the most important thing. And ghosts say, welcome to Volcano, Kaosubaloo. We're not letting you have an easy time here either.
Yeah, you can really see how different the game is once you get exit, where you can save your progress and then house afterwards. Just getting those couple extra levels to hit those level 4 spells kind of catapults you through the game.
Yeah. Oh, the White Mage goes down, has to reset out. Alright, Kaosubaloo. Take like 10 seconds. Relax for a second. And reset. Everywhere you've been has been a reset. Unfortunately, a lot of things are kind of causing you to tilt here. Reset yourself and go from there.
jkoper finally makes away from these wraiths. It looks like they were hassling him for a while. They started to hit pretty hard.
Gargoyle's unrunnable. She doesn't have a house, so we gotta hope that there's something in armory, because once you get out of here, she's gonna want to save. Level 8, White Mage now finally has it for Kaosubaloo. There's a katana. There's the Wraiths. We got some Paralyzed going on. But with that...
She gets the fade off, yeah.
Yeah, with that Fade finally being able to use by that White Mage, it's going to make this a lot easier. You know, I gotta admit, Ice Cave with Harm 4 or even Harm 3, it's quite nice.
Something. You only have the fade charges for your offense on your White Mage. And we make it through these ghosts so we can see what's behind them. He's rewarded with that Aegis shield.
And
Can't use yet.
Unfortunately, it's only the Black Mage that survives, so... I mean, those ghosts... Is she gonna leave? No, she's gonna leave. So she's gonna have to go...
Yep, maybe she wants to save her progress.
I mean, that's another fight, the reason why I like the Volcano Armory. The Perilous. If you run into these and they're not deadly, like really deadly, nice experience for like almost no effort.
Yeah, the game remembers how hard they were in vanilla, so they're worth quite a bit of XP.
Alright, so we're going to see here how mean this Frostwolf tile is going to be to jkoper. Mummies, Blizzard, instantly. This is an ambush. This is going to be a wipe, I think. If these mummies, yep, it's going to be a wipe.
Well, he's got this ribbon.
I mean, it's going to be tough. Oh, he's got a Fade Charge. He might get turn order. Mummies with Frost.
Downgrading the Blizzard.
Oh, gosh. Blizzard comes out.
39.
Oh!
Gets the fade. Hopefully it clears.
Do the mummies roll? Oh, fade work for us? It does. Oh.
Just enough levels.
And all of that for a silver knife. Hooray, we did it.
But it was all about information.
That's right.
You don't want to leave those chests.
I mean, that was awful. Getting ambushed. Oh no. Our bones. These things can roll high. Zap is a decent option against these guys, considering they rolled 120-ish, 130 HP. Oh, and it looks like we got Gurnagas with heirs. Uh-oh. With something at Paralyzing Touch on the right-hand side. Kaosubaloo's in trouble. Yep, that's going to be a white reset. Oof.
The tiles in Volcano aren't playing today, dang.
No, you can't play around. But you got to remember, though, so the reason why jkoper had an easier time, for anybody that just joined, jkoper went in Volcano and had an easier time at least. The reason why is he found that iron armor. Or not iron armor, the ice armor. So the ice armor gives our knight 34 absorb, which is amazing this early in the game. So, like, Kaosubaloo's fighter, unfortunately, is getting punched to death, and jkoper's was able to take it in the face and was able to survive. A big difference. And it looks like Ice is not going to have our progression. Well, I mean, it doesn't have the canal. There's our Pyro and Werevin.
Well, you know what's interesting, Dang? jkoper skipped a chest deep in Volcano. He skipped a chest above Carry.
Oh, that's right.
If our canal lands there and Kaosubaloo checks it, she could be back in this.
She's got to get there, though. Because jkoper is going to go to Marsh, you think. I mean, I think he's going to Marsh.
You guys have to, because if you get the loot, then not really much else you can do with that.
I almost thought what he was going to do was beat Carry, then check that chest after touching the altar, and then just exit out.
Okay, yeah, that's a good way to clear it.
Like, I kind of thought that's what he was going to do, because if you wipe to carry, oh well, you didn't check it. But I kind of thought that's kind of what he planned to do. But then he left, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense too. It just seemed weird because you left the chest open.
Yeah, I think I like checking it before carry, just so that if you do wipe to carry, you have the knowledge of what's in that chest.
Alright, so Kaosubaloo's finally got the Sun Sword. Looks like all Light Warriors have survived, so finally gonna make it out to save. I don't think she found a house. Yeah, there's just a cabin in the tent, so she's gotta go all the way back to Crescent to recharge all of her spells before she can dive down farther into Volcano. And the Creepy are zapping jkoper down. But we have life too, so he's back up to get hit by more zaps. Thanks, White Mage, you're so generous.
I think that's called a time loop.
jkoper, interesting, takes the... I mean, I guess it makes sense, because, as you said, the encounter table is kind of rough.
Yeah, he wants to get off of this river system here, stop getting zapped.
I'm not going to lie to you, those spell zap. I would have had, like, 60 tenths if I could have afforded it.
Yeah, this one has got a really bad early encounter.
Yeah. I would have already had 60 tenths.
Not early enough to burn off, but just long enough to make you want to run from the enemy.
Alright, so jkoper for sure. We all know he's going to Marsh. He's got the exit spell, so it makes sense. Unfortunately for Kaosubaloo she's fallen a little bit behind here. Wasn't able to full clear or get the information on the incentive chest in Ice Cave. A little behind on levels, and still needs to do Volcano. So as long as the canal or loose floater is not in Marsh, she's okay.
Yep, she's really banking on that one chest.
The only downside is kind of what we're kind of saying here, though, is with jkoper having exit, though, she's able to exit, or he is able to exit out of Marsh very quickly. I hope she picked up some houses.
I didn't see if she did, but I don't know if she did or not. She does at least have the exit charges.
Because let's see, the red hydras are in the Agama tile, so that is on our way to the incentive volcano chest. It's not incentive, obviously, in the seed, but we don't know what's there. And then we also have the red dragon tile, which we don't know what's there. But she's going back to ice. She's banking on it. She's only gained like 2 levels. And she's going back in. She doesn't have the ribbon, I don't think, that was found in Volcano.
No, she doesn't have it. She also, I think she doesn't have knowledge on a few chests, and then obviously the incentive chest.
Alright, so jkoper goes instantly into Marsh, gonna exit out and save. Generally the recommended option there.
Yeah, he must have slipped. Some sort of banana peel or something.
Kaosubaloo, I will say, with you having Quad X and you see a white dragon, try and Quad X it. It's worth the experience. No. Oh yeah. In this case, I would just reset out. Kaosubaloo, you're already using a new charge.
Yeah, it's way too early to be burning your resources like that. Oh, someone's got Stone Touch.
Is
that Crawl or Bone?
I don't know, but it's going to be everywhere. That's all we know. Jeffy's in chat. Welcome. I gotta admit, Spell Zap, you know what the best part about commentating and being in this broadcast booth is reading all the amazing people in Twitch chat.
Yeah, I've seen some good names today. Some familiar faces. See a lot of Simple Sarah around here. Cheesinator, Space Drake. New face I've seen this tournament. Mazada coming out today.
And there is the canal. If any one of our runners after Astos would have gone in that top Marsh play. Spells that I'm not gonna lie to you right now. I'm more like 20, 30 minutes ahead of you right now.
Yeah. We were just talking about the scenario. But luckily, one runner didn't go there where the other didn't. So the pathing is sort of the same here, at least.
So the good news for Kaosubaloo is jkoper's making the play to keep searching in Marsh. Even with being reset out right there, he's still going down thinking that there's another loose there. Interesting call.
Well, we haven't seen a loose yet, so I'd feel bad leaving it half opened.
No, that's very true. I mean, I would have a very hard time leaving it up myself. But if I'm racing you, more than likely I'm going to leave it. I found the canal. I'm taking my small victory while I can.
All right, I'm just going to take some notes here real quick.
Oh, crap. I knew this was a bad idea. So, Kaosubaloo's level's able to get through. She ignores that Frostwolf spike tile in that 6th room in the bottom left. Obviously doesn't want to get Blizzard down. She's in a dangerous area here. Mummies do appear here. White dragon. Ooh, dragon sword. But we're not using a thief, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, she's got all the information. Let's see if she makes it here.
No, she just got to make it through. She's got exit. So this is good. And it's steak.
Steak?
I would take it. Why not? You're exiting out. Nope, runs.
I would just be scared. I've had so much trouble in ice. You just gotta get out.
Wait, you got exit. Leave. Oh, no. There is a couple chests. I forgot. In that bottom left room, there was a couple good things she can pick up.
Yeah, but she's got a full load of heal potions, so she can get through.
And there's somebody telling us that if Vorpal was picked up, I was rooting for Kaosubaloo to make it through, so I kind of missed what jkoper found, but apparently we found the game changer, the Vorpal.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good sword if you don't have anything else.
After my race against Sho and having used the ice sword, I will take a Vorpal all day, every day. Never using an ice sword in Topher ever again.
It'll get you through the end of the game. That's all I'll say about it.
It took me like 6 minutes to get through the end of the game.
Because I mean, I'll use a scimitar. I don't discriminate here.
It's because your chaoses go easy on you, okay? Your chaos must fear you or something like that. Mine's like, I'm agile. You can't hit me. But jkoper's got the canal, made his way out of Marsh, got an endgame weapon in the Vorpal, looking great. We've already found a katana, but both runners have essentially danged off or killed off that thief, so I don't expect that thief to come back up. Although the magic is actually pretty good for a thief right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of utility in bringing the thief back.
I mean, Quad X, if your fighter's going to be your main damage dealer, having your thief with Quad X can kind of help you to kill off an enemy that's really low health, not wasting that extra turn. We have a nuke available. I think there's a couple other spells that we can use, like Temper, and they're all on separate charges.
It's really all about the temper, I think. You're using the temper to, God, I would say turn efficiency is what I'd call it, but you can get 2 tempers out the first round instead of having just 1 per turn with the only 1 black mage.
Kaosubaloo makes it out of Ice Cave, and the Creepays say, "Welcome to the outer world," and zaps her back into the 4th dimension. Even Lock 2 is available there in that 4th slot, so like the ninja would bring so much utility.
Yeah, if you even had the thief up right now, you'd be able to run a lot more consistently too.
I mean, it's a hard choice. I'm not gonna lie. You know, but the magic though is just so tempting to keep up that ninja to gain those spell charges.
We got a question in chat from J4 Guy. He's only been watching for a week. Welcome. What's randomized in these games? Well, we've got where all the quest items are randomized. What spell levels are at what levels. Normally, you don't get zap at level 1. It's a level 8 spell. Enemies' abilities that they use is randomized. Their health and damage, all randomized. And then the end bosses, of course, are randomized. Meaning what spells and abilities they use.
Alright, so we are 52 minutes in. jkoper is the first one in, or out of the Outer Sea. Harm for level 5 with Wall. I'm pretty happy to see that, except for Wall costs 10,000. Lock is there, so I mean, slow too if you want to hope for 6% of slowing all enemy attacks. Actually, I think it's decent against most enemies, isn't it? Since it's non-elemental.
Yes.
So it's not a bad option if you got nothing really to toss out against a Kraken.
Now, I do believe Kaosubaloo has the loot.
Yep, she's got
We
the
just
loot.
have it marked down.
Yep, she made it out finally with that. So she's going to go dive deeper into this. So if the red dragon chest above Carrie happens to have a loose, this bodes well for Kaosubaloo big time. It's got to be a required item though. So a key, chime, cube, something like that would really help her in this situation.
I'll accept a Masamune too there. That would definitely be helpful.
True. Yeah, Masa would definitely help. Or a floater. Although a floater not very as important, because that just means we could probably complete this floaterless. Alright. Ooh, another red ribbon for jkoper, followed by a key. So that's required. We have to have that. So that's 2 ribbons. Puts it on as black mage. I kind of agree with it, since we have life on our white mage right now. And we're not really taking on a whole lot of fiends right now. So I guess Kaosubaloo's kind of catching up here. I mean, not catching up, but a little bit behind. It kind of depends on whether or not she decides to dive bottom of marsh also. She's definitely got some work ahead of her. jkoper is doing a nice job, gets the slab, so...
Still haven't on that floater.
Yep, so we still have Waterfall. We still have Ordeals.
Mm-hmm. And Sky.
We don't have Sky yet.
I know, but I'm saying left
Yeah,
over
true.
in
Yeah.
the incentive locations.
So we have the Earth play. We have Waterfall and we have Ordeals. Obviously, Waterfall and Ordeals is going to take priority over both of those, or over the Earth play.
You know, I think you can get away with checking for loose on the first few floors of Earth,
Mm-hmm.
and just extending your lead if you think you're ahead, and give yourself a couple of box checks over your opponent.
That's what jkoper is going to do. Actually, going to skip the first floor here. Interesting. I mean, I get it. I've done it. I kind of regret doing it that way, though. But I understand it.
Well, if you don't have any loose items, I think it's fine to do this. Because you're not going to end up in go mode just from finding one.
light axe. Okay. At least gives us something to deal with the undead a little bit more. I mean, I like the earth play, but I also understand the... I gotta be honest, I probably would have done Earth 1 and then went to do Ordeals and Waterfall. Because I'm all about getting experience. And if I can skip Earth to get the higher experience from Ordeals and Waterfall, I'd rather do that.
Yeah, you know, there's not a lot of experience in Earth Cave.
No, there's... I mean, oh, wow, that's the third ribbon for jkoper. Earth pays out big time. I mean, it's big. Not loose item big, but it's big. So all three light warriors on jkoper side has a ribbon. Although I guess Ordeals is kind of scary and Waterfall scary because, as we said before, they have Blizzard, but jkoper had 2 ribbons already.
Yeah, but we also said this floor was scary too.
That's true. Yeah, I guess like anywhere you win at this point, mummies are prevalent everywhere.
Yeah, it's mummies all the way down.
Luckily for jkoper, we haven't... Wow, I'm gonna walk away. Okay, he got away. Whew!
You're about to say, Dang?
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing. Alright, so Kaosubaloo is going to check out the red dragon tile. This is very important here. If it's a loose item, great news for Kaosubaloo. This is going to kind of tell us what kind of lead Kaosubaloo might have. It's just money. So I built it all up for 822 gil.
It's about making a story, Dang.
That's right. I was trying to make it a story. Unfortunately, it didn't deliver for me. I was trying to help you there, Kaosubaloo. So
jkoper getting here through the rod block.
Yeah. I mean, so full clearing Earth, even though he skipped the one chest that's out of the way, and he skipped the
whole room.
Tile.
Yeah.
He spiked the, or he missed the Earth Floor 2 room, the South room, but he gets rewarded with a Masa in Earth Floor 4, so hello, gorgeous.
I mean, everything's going right for jkoper at this moment.
And we got a Kaosubaloo versus Carry fight. Black Mage already takes a shot and goes down. Sun Sword 3 hits for 78. Oh boy. This carry is not playing nice for Kaosubaloo. More invises. I like the play. Alright, invis cast. I like it. A lot of people overlook the invis 1. Oh no, the crit! Oh! Wow!
Or we're just down on that white mage.
And Blaze comes out. What are you gonna do here, Kaosubaloo? You're gonna have to punch carry down. This is a reset. She can't... Yeah, she's gonna try and one punch you to death, but...
She's got the knowledge, at least.
I cannot believe Carrie just crit that night. Bypassed all that evasion, all that absorb, or half the absorb. Oh. So more time Kaosubaloo is giving to jkoper. It's not her fault for this at all. But this seed has not been playing nice to her. Some of it's, you know, her doing, some of it's not. But I gotta admit, she's being a trooper, though. I haven't seen her do a whole lot of tilts, you know, things that kind of tell you that a player is tilted. She's just chugging along and she's trying to play the game. I like this attitude of hers. You blink, you miss it, fades, nukes, and down goes Lich.
Did we see something on jkoper's screen?
a very hungry fiend that never got fed its cake. It was level 4 jkoper, you just never used it.
I'm not sure if he bought it or not.
I mean, I'm just saying, cake's best spell. Alright, so we're about an hour in here, Spell Zap. I guess for anybody that has just joined us here, I'm going to kind of give you a refresher of what is going on. As you can see in the middle screen towards the bottom, it is the 2020 Spring Tournament Final Fantasy Randomizer Tournament, Monte Chaos Casino. The voice you're hearing right now, my name is Dang Wu. I am broadcasting with my opponent next weekend, Spell Zap, one of the favorites to make it into brackets, so I can't wait to crush him. Spell Zap, so far we've had a interesting race of one showing patience, a little more patience, and another player that's been ultra aggressive.
Yeah, it's sort of a regular tortoise in the hare kind of story. I'm just going to choose to ignore that you said you're going to crush me in this race, but you know, for that, Dang, I think you owe everybody a recap. It's an hour in here.
All right, so recap-wise, King gave us the herb, Sarah gave us the tail. We had to do a bunch of intercity turn-ins. Both runners, after defeating Astos, ended up going to Crescent. The Crescent late stages gave us the ruby, so we kind of assumed that Canal was going to be our progression. Kaosubaloo kind of hard charged it. Oh no, Kaosubaloo, what is she doing? You're 822 gold here. Maybe gaining levels? But Kaosubaloo hard charged it, went right to Ice Cave, wiped about 5 times, while jkoper took time to gain levels. Got to level 8, finally went into Volcano. Kaosubaloo unfortunately wiped out a bunch of times in Ice Cave. Finally went to Volcano, got wiped out some more times. So it's been a very interesting thing of levels hindering people, and jkoper going to Temple of Fiends where he got in ice armor early on. And as another recap, just to spoil it for everybody out there, Dangwoo will be beating Spellzap next weekend. Thank you.
Now, is that a commentator's curse, or...?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. So we got jkoper here going to Ordeals. He's going to have to dodge those mummies again. But he's got to clear out those key item incentive locations.
So, I gotta ask you on this one. It looks to me like she's trying to grind the red hydras for a little bit more levels. At least that's what it seemed like. I know she checked the chest, but, I mean... maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I thought maybe try and gain a couple extra levels, maybe?
Yeah, you might be able to hit one of those early breakpoints on the Sun Sword. You did get crit, so maybe you're hoping for better luck this time with the Invises, and maybe get off a good temper early. She's moving the Wizard Staff. I do like that. Carrie is weak to status effects, so
Yeah,
Wizard Staff could get her confused.
I think I would have liked it on the fighter, maybe?
Oh,
No.
while they're buffing, get the
Yeah.
Wizard Staff. I think it's good just because we know she's got a lot of health, and you're going to need a little bit of buffing to get started.
Wizard comes out. Confusion. Alright. We have time to heal now. We need to get that knight back up. Uh-oh, she got cured instantly. Not good. Oh, going with another Invis. Hopefully Blaze doesn't come out. Big shot missed from Carrie. Oh, that's a nice shot from Nuke. Maybe Quad X? Oh, I like the Quad X play. Okay. Ooh, good turn
Going
order
aggressive.
here for Kaosubaloo. Yes. Quad X hit. Come on. Oh, no! Blaze comes out. The fighter resisted the Blaze. Okay. Maybe another Quad X? No, Nuke. Ooh, Temper. Okay.
It's a little late for temper. You don't want to throw those nukes.
The Cure 4 was a little late. Bad turn order. Carry punishes us. More fades, more nukes. On the left-hand side, we are checking the Ordeal chest now. Big shot from
334 nuke. Down goes Carry. And we get that orb that we were searching for.
Okay. Breathe. Uh-oh. Combat right away.
Oh, after Carry, no.
The good news is she waited to life 2 and went in. That's the important part. For anybody out there, I will constantly tell you this. Heal up. Do everything you can to make sure in those 2 steps you don't fight something that's going to kill you.
And we got TNT over on jkoper's side. He's going to wait to turn that in after he goes to Waterfall.
I agree with that. Because we still haven't found the shop item, right?
No, not that I've seen here.
Yeah. So, Groggy Dog, our tracker, pushing the 1s and 2s. Showing us that no shop items, so... We've got Caravan. He's going to check the Caravan. Because the floater could be there, the loot... No, I'm sorry, the chime, the cube can be there. And... Well, we got camping,
couple
everything
houses.
we can need. Everything we can need is there. Heals, pures, softs, houses. It was a...
So the only 2
heck of a
places
mark.
left are Onrak and Gaia for the shop item here.
Yep. Alright, so Kaosubaloo. What? Are you gonna... Okay, gonna buy some pro rings here. And our shop item's gonna be... Chime!
Chime.
Alright. So we need the cube. That gives us the floating castle's incentive location.
Yeah, we can get
Normally-
it here from the Q bot, or we could get it from the TNT.
Yep. So that gives us, and for anybody that doesn't know what that incentive chest is, in the original game, where you got the adamant in Sky Floor 2, which is that bottom left-hand side chest, that is where the incentive chest is. Mud Gull's gonna run away from him. Nightmares with 3 hits. That's kind of terrifying, actually, if it were to hit any of your casters.
Yeah, and I don't think we've seen too much armor for the mages today.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we've got pro rings, and that's it.
Pro rings and ribbons.
Yeah, pro rings and ribbons. So we got what, 9? 9
Yeah.
absorb.
Just one mummy. Getting a little lucky here.
Right. Oh, that's right. We did find a pro cape. That's good. Oh, Karibe.
Oh,
Nice. Just hanging out here, but it's a good thing we got 3 ribbons. And Oxiel,
Oxiel.
so we could be loose hunting here for the cube.
yeah. You hate to see it. Because you're right here.
Oh,
Oh,
bottle doesn't really hurt or help
doesn't
us
change
here.
anything. No, I mean, it does reduce loose item count by 1.
So that's our first loose. Waterfall's holding it. Kaosubaloo is going to go into marsh. The only thing there besides the canal was a Vorpal. So, True Rhyme, the canal is loose, but it's not in our incentive pool, so it's not a true loose that we count towards, if that makes sense. Like, all of our key items are in a pool that are incentive pools, I guess you want to call it, and they get put in all of our key locations, our incentive locations. Since the canal is not actually in that pool, it's not considered a loose item. It seems confusing because I'm probably not very good at explaining it. I'm sure Spellzap would do a much better job.
No, I think that's about as good as I could do it, to be honest.
So basically, it's in the general pool where like Masa is, where Xcal is, where the Vorpal is, and it's not in the key item pool.
Yeah, and there's a special restriction with the canal where you can only find it in the inner sea, plus the canoe reachable areas.
And our striker asking, Cube could be in Mirage. Yes, Cube could be in Mirage as a loose item because we are still looking for one more loose. The only way we're going to know for sure here is where to look is jkoper is going to turn in after taking on the bridge boss an hour and 11 minutes in. What we're looking for. If this TNT is Opal Bracelet, Thor Hammer, we're looking for a loose floater. Or a loose... Yeah, it has to be a loose floater.
No, you can still get floater in Sky.
Well, I mean, is if this was an Opal Bracelet...
Oh,
it
yeah,
It would have to be a loose.
I just saw him saw him got the cube, so... Right when he said it.
That's the cube. We're in floaterless go mode.
Yeah.
Black shirt found. And that's a floaterless go mode here for jkoper. We have Moss. This is possible, actually. This is a lot better go mode than when I faced Show.
Yeah, I remember you're still searching for a weapon, but he's got that moss move, so you can go... As soon as he gets done with these dungeons, he doesn't even have to check a single chest anymore, if you want to.
Yeah, you got 3 ribbons. You've got a white mage, a black mage, and yeah, like gain levels in Sky and have fun. But he's actually going to check more chests here. He's going to check out this key or the chest here in Northwest.
You could also be checking out the tiles. If he finds a good grind tile, maybe he gets the rest of his levels he needs for the rest of the game. He's got enough key items for it to be a worthwhile.
Ooh, white shirt. Unfortunately, we can't use it because that is promotion locked. I mean, we can use it as an equipment,
but we can't wear it.
Yep.
Yep. Scorpions.
Oh. He actually faced a couple of those in Marsh, but he got away from them quickly, so... Yeah, he's got tail. He's got everything except for the floater. So the floater is loose out there. We don't know where it's at. But he doesn't technically need it, but it could be good, though.
Yeah, it could speed up just moving around the overworld. But then also you can grab it and go get your promotions.
Although I guess the floater could be in that incentive too, in the floating castle.
Yeah.
Since it's worked out this way. So we got Opal Cheerio, we got Power Bonk? No, Thor's Hammer. And Power Bonk, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Plus floater, so 1 incentive chest remains, 4 possibilities.
It's so close to the go mode path that you just go and you grab it and you see what it is. Because if it's Opal, that's going to be good. If it's Power Bonk, that's going to be good. Thor Hammer, not so much, but you at least it's not too far out of the way to get.
Yeah. And I think in there, well, so jkoper really only needs to get 24. Doesn't necessarily need to get it in Sky, but I think it's a better option because if you wipe in Temple of Fiends, getting those levels again while there kind of is unfortunate, but I guess it kind of evens out. It's weird, I guess, if you want to call it.
And I don't think he'll have any problem getting 24. He's still got the 2 most experienced dense dungeons left. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him entering Topher right around 24.
It really depends on how many fights he decides to take here. Save up, try and take on the big eyes and the Gur sharks. Big packs of the seafood party platter, maybe. No, to answer your question, no. If you pick up the opal bracelet, the Masa, or the Thor hammer, you do not get the 5%.
You can remember it as items that just do the fanfare.
Yeah. So, is jkoper just go moding? Oh,
yeah, it's the first fight he's taken.
He didn't really take it either.
No.
Oh, gold bracelet. We finally got
Upgrade.
Some armor. Yeah. Black mage rocking out copper armor. I'm not gonna lie, most of my mages end up having, like, chain armor. My red mages by the time I'm going to Topher.
Yeah, that's all you need. Invis is the real armor.
That's right. Alright, so Kaosubaloo's gonna check out this, gets the white shirt, so nice pickup there. But she's gotta make up time here. There wasn't a whole lot in Earth, so if she skips Earth, it's not too bad for her.
Yeah, and I think that's a good play. She's gonna miss that Maz Moon, but you know, maybe she
that's
can.
true.
Sun Sword, I think, is probably the lowest to safely go in with if you can find maybe fast. I don't believe we actually seen fast yet, though.
Yep, floater might be needed for that.
Could be an on-rack.
Yeah, cause I don't think either of our runners have actually looked at the on-rack location, yeah. With Masa being and Ribbon both being on Earth, I guess... Yeah, because most people will miss that one location where Masa is if they're in Go mode.
Looks like we're going to see a Kraken fight.
Yeah, we're going to see how nice Kraken decides to be. We're doing pretty decent with our levels here. We got good equipment, but Kraken can do Kraken things. White shirt and temper on the Masa. Fighter says, I'm jumping the gun. I don't need temper. Only swings for 105. Kraken does chip damage with fire 2. We're gonna make the Masa even sharper. More white shirt. Fire 2 again. Apparently Kraken 2 can use the opposite magic. We got a Canaria check on the right-hand side by Kaosubaloo. Fade comes out for 200. Masa with 2 tempers and down, so 3 orb lead for jkoper. And Kraken didn't show any of its fangs at all.
No, that's got to be the nicest Kraken I've ever seen. Just a couple fire 2s and went down at about, what, 500 or so HP?
Somebody did point out, you're right. It is a 2 orb lead. Kaosubaloo was able to defeat Carrie, so 2 orb lead, 3 orbs done. He's going to sky. Gonna gain those levels, make his dive into Temple of Fiends Revisited.
Well, if he finds a war mech, that's all he's going to need.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a defense sword, which could make it a little hard, though.
Yeah, that's... The defense sword is always nice to find, especially with the equipment we got there. Because the knight can almost basically just cruise through most fights. Oh, actually gonna full out attack the Tyro. Tyro takes that 544 shot and says, "Is that all you got?" So Temple of Fiends locked is a 0 for Kaosubaloo. If that would have been the floater, that might have helped her out a little bit. Sandwiches are trying to bite back with Lit 2.
Yeah, it seems like now he's taking some fights. He's realized he's getting close to the end of the game. He needs to get that 24.
So
do you want to explain to people, Dang, what level 24 means?
I was just about to kind of delve right into that.
We're thinking alike here,
Yeah, we are. So the reason why Spells App and I are mentioning level 24 on the knight or fighter in the situation is they get their 5th swing with Masamune. It's very important because, as I said, with a 5th hit and fast, you're now hitting it 10 times. Adds up the damage a lot. Just like if you're rocking a katana user, or a ninja with a katana at level 23, they get their 5th hit with that.
Yep, and so since we're using Temper a lot of the time as our buffing strategy, every single hit you get is more damage you get per Temper.
Yeah, I think it's what?
Plus 14.
Yeah, plus 14 for each swing, right?
Yep, so if you have 5 swings, you add 14 on there, it should boost your damage on average by however much that is put together. 70?
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. It's a lot. So that's the reason why there's certain breakpoints and why runners will try and hit these breakpoints. And if you want to be good at this, if you want to be competent at this game, if you want to say it, you kind of got to know those small, important breakpoints. Just like on black belts at level 21, they get their 6th hit. At 32, they get their 8th swing. So jkoper looks like didn't check the greater than or the less than greater than room. Is gone through. He's on the blue D tile, which is turned into frost dragons. Kaosubaloo is in ordeals. She's trying to make her way through. Obviously, she still's got to go through Earth, and based on this, might miss the Masa because of go-moding Earth.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to get it, but at this point, she really needs to not check anything past key incentives to really make up some time here.
Yeah, she's in a rough spot for sure. And Jonathan, yes, at level 42 is when Black Belt says, "I crush all of you," with 10 punches and a whole lot of crit chance. And manticores are always nice to find.
Yeah, there was worth a good amount of experience. They're unrunnable today, so jkoper's got to take that fight. Look at this pack of mummy.
Yeah, those mummies are
floater,
terrifying. I like how you're trying to keep everybody from not paying attention to that nice floater that was picked up by jkoper. So that helps out jkoper immensely. That allows him to promote, get some spells on that knight. Although the knight's probably not going to gain enough levels to really make use of it. But it allows our black mages and our white mages to equip that white shirt, black shirt. So now they have equipment or armor.
Yeah, right now they're both fighting over a gold bracelet.
They literally are fighting over who gets to use that sweet gold bracelet. 24 karat.
I'd hope it's the person named Gold, but...
Yeah, I wonder who actually got that gold bracelet. And so checking out the green chests, or the free chests, kind of. Bunch of money. Pays off huge. Onto the maze floor. Everybody out there, if you want to see jkoper get some extra levels and take on our Warmech friend, who loves to give our light warriors experience, let's see some bless RNGs in chat.
And jkoper taking the correct way here through Sky Maze.
Are you a
Right
Are
up.
you like Gregley? Oh, what is it? That Gregley refuses anybody that goes left or something like that? I can't remember which one he goes. He gets
Well, I
all
know
upset.
I know he goes right and then up. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So right makes sense.
It's the right way.
Meh. That's why I just kind of hold the direction as soon as I go through that teleport and I go, that's the way I'm going. You can't hold me down. I go whichever way I want. So level 23 on that fighter. We're getting really close to that 5th swing. So this is bowling very well for jkoper. Gained about 3 levels here. Almost 4 levels in Sky. This is the reason why people love this place.
I heard there's a fan club for it.
There is a fan club. I believe you're one of the presidents of that fan club.
That's right. You know, it's got chess, it's got experience, and it's got Warmech. What more could you want?
It's very true. And you know what else it also has? You have high spirits. If you're in here, please look away. Unrunnable heirs in our match, they had nuke.
Well, that's the beauty of the randomizer, though. You can get nuke anywhere.
Hey, those heirs were on my side, and because of that, I approve of heirs unrunnable with nuke. So bridge boss for an hour and 28 for Kaosubaloo. This is why I like to take it out right away. Darn bridge boss messing with my mojo. My rhythm. Gotta go fast.
Yep, so return that TNT and get the bad news. We gotta go to Sky.
Falconic, when he was younger, was trying to take on Warmech so he could show it off to Nintendo. I like it. Alright. TMFI. Left-hand side. Going for 4th orb here. Somehow the white mage has the black shirt and the black mage has the white shirt. We've got them mixed up. Fog 2 comes out. We're gonna swing 2 hits for 302 with a crit. Pretty evasive Tiamat there. Or Tahamet, if you're SVJ. More Fog 2. Increasing our absorb. Fire 2. More chip damage, so Tiamat went to the Kraken school of doesn't matter because he got poison smoked. See you later.
It doesn't matter how much HP you have. Gotta go for them one-hit kills.
One Bane Sword is all you need. jkoper is in Temple of Fiends. He visited Go mode. He's lit all the orbs. He's got the floater. He can promote. He's in the driver's seat. He's in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah, if you wipe Steep, they could be pretty much tied up by the time. Well, I guess you got to boat a little bit, so maybe 1 or 2 wipes, and then they'll be all tied up.
I think it's 2 wipes. I mean, just because Kaosubaloo unfortunately has got to do Earth, she's gonna full clear it.
Okay, if she full clears it, then yeah, it's gonna be a little bit more than that.
But the good news is she's gonna get the ribbon, she's gonna get the moss, and the bad news is it's things jkoper's already done. And unfortunately it's gonna cost her some time here. I mean, not any more time than what's already been costed by Ice Cave, it being deadly, Volcano, was a diddly to her, along with the Carrie White. So that's a 24 night. Not going to gain any levels. So we're basically doing this for fast and promotion, really.
Yep, maybe we stop in, maybe check out and see if there's a gold bracelet. Now we're just going to blow on right on by that.
Well, remember, we technically don't need that.
Shirts. Yeah, we get the shirts.
jkoper getting blocked by NPCs.
That's nothing new.
Yeah. Literally, we had to make a bat room because of jkoper's bad luck with bats.
Now, is that... Did they take bats out of that floor and just corral them in that room? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. They just moved a bunch of bats over there. Although Phil Connick's in chat, I'm sure he'd be able to tell us the exact reasoning behind it, but I don't remember that many bats actually being in that room beforehand, but I'm pretty sure that's what they ended up doing. Because there's a lot of darn bats in that thing, along with random spike tiles that are just hanging out there for no reason.
Yeah, I don't think bats know how to open doors. So they just get locked in there.
I know in one of my Iron Gold matches, I got stuck on two bats that decided to hang out in Temple of Fiends after beating Garland, and I couldn't exit out because it was a floor shuffle. So the bats blocked my exit out of the Temple of Fiends.
Yeah, there's only that one little square to get into where Garland's standing, so...
Yeah. So, big pickup there. Kaosubaloo's going to get the ribbon. We have another one in Earth Floor 4 that's going to be the Masa.
That's her last ribbon. Oh, the Masa, yeah. I would say that's her last ribbon there.
Yeah. But that's good, though. The ribbon, all of our characters. Uh-oh, jkoper has... There we go. Alright. What's jkoper going to do here? Because we're not going to gain any levels.
No, it looks like he's taking a tour of the world.
Looking for
Might be looking fast, yeah.
No. I know fast isn't quote required, but it definitely makes your life a whole lot easier. Hey, you made it here. Welcome. You're about to see if jkoper can finish it here. It is his race to win or lose at this point. He played the patient game, or the tortoise game if you want to say it, and made sure that he was prepared. It paid off huge. And taking a substantial lead here. Uh-oh. Thane might have the fast.
It's either Lefane or Onrek. I'm not sure if he checked Onrek yet.
Oh, if it is Lefane, that is...
He did translate the slab, though, at least, so he can turn that in while he's there.
True. Because it might be the power bonk, right? Because we haven't found that yet. Or the Thor's hammer in this case.
Yeah, that's not a coin flip I want to lose.
Watch, and then he ends up having to actually chip damage chaos down because of Thor's hammer. There's fast, so...
He's got the wizard staff. He can confuse chaos.
And then put him in a loop, just like a certain somebody.
You're better off with a Banesword, though.
Talk about taking forever to kill. Alright, so Kaosubaloo's going to get the Masa here. Gets herself into a good position here. 3 ribbons with a Masa. Still 3 orbs behind jkoper here, but not out of it yet. But looking bleak here. Let's see what we're gonna deal with. jkoper enters 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 54 seconds. We haven't seen... Ooh, Slime's there. So we didn't see a war mech from jkoper, so we don't have any information going into this. We don't know what the Fiends have. Things to watch out for if you're not used to or haven't watched a lot of Randomizer. We're looking out for Slow 2. We're looking out for Cure 4. We're looking out for the nukes and the nuclears.
Looks like right now we're looking out for Fire 3.
And Fire 3. Good news is...
Batman's just eating away at those heal potions.
That is the worst, too. Because they roll so many of them. And he literally rolled into 9 of those. But we got the best heal in the game, Life 2. Flame Armor. And money. So we didn't mess up our heal potion, or our heal potion location. Gets his run validated. Chimeras and Chimeras. So those chests, we call them the validation chests. It seems kind of weird in jkoper's situation since he's really well equipped. But a dragon armor might have been useful, because I don't think he's got opal armor.
Yeah, the only thing that would really change the game at this point is defense sword.
Oh yeah, true. Oh, he does have dragon armor? Okay. So yeah, the only thing that really would have helped him is, as Spells Up said, was a defense sword at this point. That allows the knight to kind of solo a lot of easy Temple of Fiends if for whatever reason you have really bad luck.
He can fall back on the white shirt, but it's going to take a lot of turns, and you're going to see a lot of spells from these bosses.
Yeah, 6 turns is... that's a lot to hope that a cat, or a nuke, it doesn't come out. I think the last time somebody checked the Masa chest, it ended up being a pure potion. I don't think we're going to see many people check the Masa chest after that one.
It could be literally anything in the game.
Yeah, right? The pure mana.
The 2 gold chest.
Oh, that'd be glorious. All that effort.
A wear sword?
Was it there?
Where was it?
I don't know. But we're about to see. If you blinked, you missed it. Kaosubaloo lights the Lich fight. 2,000 years in the past, we're fighting another Lich here. What does Lich 2 have in store today? I'm a fan of Cake. Zap does okay also, or just Fast the Knight. But 5 hits for 21 does okay. Harm 4 should kill it. No, that's
not today. Lich is a little big.
That's almost a 700 HP Lich. Another big swing that should do it. 3 hits. That was actually pretty evasive too. So Kaosubaloo's trying to catch up here. Gots to do ordeals. Gots to do waterfall. And obviously the 2 checks in... sorry, I'm blanking out. Gots to light those 2 orbs against Kraken and Tiamat. Where's she going? Is she going down in a marsh? Oh no. Kaosubaloo, where are you going?
Maybe she wants to check Marsh key locked.
No, Kaosubaloo, no. I know you're trying to be cheeky, but now's not the time. Alright, carry 2. We only have 3 fasts. Going with a white shirt, nuke, and probably a swing. I like this. 5 hits for 255. Uh-oh, carry the fast. That's not good. We gotta kill it fast.
She's got to go now. Yeah, don't use the black shirt. Just go for the end game here.
Oh, 246. I was gonna say you should go for the quad X, the cheeky quad X. But jkoper able to take out carry, a very terrifying carry. Good news is Kraken doesn't have the fast. Neither does Tiamat or Chaos, so we can take that. Good run through seafloor here for jkoper here.
He's made it already halfway through.
Yeah. Although he's still get kind of pounded there on the night, but he's making it through. All right.
Speaking of getting pounded by the knight, he's leaving him out front.
Without bringing up that ninja to take that one shot. And you got a fast, right?
Yep, you got 3 left. You got 3 bosses left.
Okay.
Not a ton of damage actually going in on that knight. Only 125.
It could be very deceptive. Looks like a very evasive Kraken though too. So he's gonna lock spell. Lower that evasion. Kraken swings 6 hits. Okay, so Kraken is swinging about 6 hits. Unfortunately, evasive is all heck. And that knight is getting low on HP. If a nuke rolls out, he's in trouble. Oh, one damage. You gotta heal, jkoper. No, he's not.
Any one of these hits can be a crit.
2 hits for 2 damage. I think this Kraken's got the all attacking script.
Normally that would be very terrifying.
Yeah, normally that would be, but thankfully, this is good. Only a 6-hit Kraken. This is good. And apparently, Kraken loves to swing against that knight. Alright, white shirt. We're almost max evade here at this point. Knight's got to finish it off. There it is. Nice crit to finish off Kraken 2. Doesn't heal up or anything. Says, I'm going right to air floor ASAP. And, uh-oh, the Team Edward fan club. Nukes and fades, and we should be able to take... Yeah, definitely, because these are kind of like those, the ghosts. For whatever reason, they bypass armor. It just seems that way. Alright, so team at 2 here. Looks like we're swinging right off the bat. White shirt and a fast. We haven't seen any nukes. No nuclears. No slow 2. Slow 2 is actually kind of devastating against jkoper here. He's only got 2 casts of fast left. And he just used it, so he's down to 1. He's looking at the heal staff. He's actually going to use the heal staff here. Interesting. No tempers. We're doing a healing strat. Team at 2 not showing off the things at all, but goes down quickly. We have literally no information going into this chaos fight. I don't know much you spells that, but if I'm at jkoper spot, I am scared.
Yeah, you're going to want to bring everybody back up. You're going to want to put that knight down somewhere safe and really buckle up for a big chaos fight.
Because, I mean, as I kind of mentioned here, he's only got 1 fast charge. If that slow 2 hits that knight, we could be in for a very long fight.
Yeah, if you do have 1 fast charge, it's not going to be too bad. It'll have your attacks, but it won't put it down to 1.
Alright, jkoper, 1 hour, 45 minutes, and about 39 seconds has entered the floor with a bunch of garbage cans and Chaos hanging out in the middle. Looking at all the options. Okay, we're going to bring up the ninja to take the shot. White mage is going to go in the second slot here. We hope to protect that black mage. I like the call. I guess we do heal armor or heal helm on the ninja. Nope, white shirt. What's the knight going to do? Attacking? We're going to see what Chaos has right away. Chaos swings. Wow, that would have been horrible initiative.
He knows about the fast charge.
Right? If that Chaos would one-shotted that black mage with a slow 2, oof. 10 hits for 434. Chaos not evasive. Chaos with decent absorb. Because it required a crit to even do that much.
Yeah, you got the tempers, so we're going to temper up and see what we can do on this next swing.
Zap comes out. Ribbons will protect us for once. 3 and 256. Tempers, as you can see there, massive amounts of extra damage on that knight. Ice 2 Chaos says, I'm just playing with my food at this point. Masa says, you shouldn't have played with your food because you're dead, sucker. GG to jkoper.
10 hits, 2 crits, 873 damage. jkoper punches his ticket, sees his name in the credits, and is going to, what is it, 2 and 2 or 3 and 1?
I believe it's 2 and 2. Yeah. 2 and 2 there, so nice run by jkoper. Showed why early levels can help you. Able to do the stuff Kaosubaloo was not able to do at the lower levels. Also helped the fact that we found armor and some other things that allowed him to complete it. And Zap is just being unleashed on Kaosubaloo's end. She has forfeited from the race, unfortunately. I don't blame her on this one. It was a tough go for her. And let's see if we can get some interview action from both of our runners here. And okay, Kaosubaloo's gonna join us for sure. She said she's going to. That's the kind of attitude I like to have from anybody. I know you had a rough go at it. If you're able to do an interview, do it. If not, totally understandable. We're going to get her up in the chat here. She's making her way up the steps, about to enter in the broadcast booth here. So, everybody, if you could give a GG for Kaosubaloo for, showing a lot of spunk into doing this. And Speed Gaming for welcome. Unfortunately, you just missed the end of it. We just finished. And as I said, GG's out in chat for Kaosubaloo for persevering as long as she did with the very nasty surprises that awaited her. And speaking of that, entering in the broadcast booth, Kaosubaloo, GG, nice try. Bad luck. I don't even know what to say to you right now. I mean, you battled your heart out.
So, let me just guess what happened here. I know where I went wrong. I died a whole lot in Volcano and Ice Cave. That is where I went wrong. I'm going to guess that my opponent checked Marsh early.
So what ended up being the real advantage was jkoper ended up going back to Temple of Fiends and got that ice armor and the ice armor that was there. So his fighter was able to take the shots. And then on top of that, he was able to he went to the volcano first and was able to take fights there. Mm-hmm. So he was level 15 when he went into Ice Cave after beating
He was
Carrie.
15?
Because yeah, he was level 8 going into Volcano, and then he exited around level 15.
Oof.
So it was one of those things where your aggressiveness kind of hurt you there because of the nasty stuff that was there.
Okay, so I feel like this is something I'm going to need to start internalizing. I should check Volcano Armory before I go to Ice Cave, because it's not very slow to check it. It's pretty quick to check, and it makes Ice Cave more survivable.
Yeah, so one of the things I was talking with Spellzap when everything was going on was... one of the things I was telling him is the Volcano 2, the Armory, the whole floor, a lot of the enemies there are generally kind of easy to kill. Generally. So, like, the Paralisks, the EXPs, the spike tiles there and stuff like that. So you gaining some levels off of that is generally a good idea. Like, you can gain several levels, and if you watch what the jkoper did, he gained a lot of levels in Volcano that made Ice a lot easier.
I think that most of my levels I got in Volcano were probably on trap tiles.
Yeah.
More than anything. There was some interesting stuff in there. I don't remember, honestly.
Did you just like one-shot Volcano or something? Like,
I went through it in one time, yeah. I did the armory, and then I exited out, used a house, and then I went back in.
Yeah, because it sort of snowballed, where he went in there with level 8. He had extra charges. I think you believe you had Fade and Nuke and all of that. You were able to kill a lot more enemies, get all the stuff out of the armory, exit out, use a house to get all your charges back to go through it all at a higher level. And then made very good use of the Sun Sword. And I want to say, honestly, Fog 2 was a great use against Carrie.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, that was a nice play. I mean, that is one spell I think that is underused, and it can be very nice. Although I did like your use of Invis 1, though, Kaosubaloo. It's just unfortunate that Carry 1 crit your fighter on your first attempt through.
I also died to the ghosts a couple times, I think.
I mean, like I said, I think the reason why you had so much trouble against those ghosts was you didn't have that ice armor, so your fighter wasn't able to take the shots.
Even if I had the ice armor, they were still two-shot. They were two-shotting my fighter, and they were one-shotting my mages. So they would have. I'd reset at least once because they killed my white mage, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, I like the way you played it. I like the way that you were decisive and aggressive, and you had a game plan and you went with it. That's something that I think you need to just you do it very well. Now, if we could just get you to be able to adjust a little bit quicker, you are going to be a feared runner in this. Because I think you're just a little too slow on adjusting. But other than that, like, the things you do it quick, you do it fast, and there's no hesitation. I like that in that. jkoper, GG to you. I know you're just kind of spoken there, but GG to you. You move into the 2-2 bracket. How you feeling? You think you're gonna be able to win 2 more and make your way into the last chance qualifier?
Oh no, I doubt it. There are way too many people who are way too good at this game. But I have some goals for the rest of those Swiss. Something I'd like to see happen. We'll see if it happens. Probably not. It's unlikely, but I'm just gonna try to have fun with it and do my best.
That's all I ask of people, and I'm sure Spellzap would do the same here. He plays to have fun and stuff like that. So if you're not having fun, come join us in the Iron Goal. We do wacky stuff.
I mean, it could be more fun, don't get me wrong, but as long as you're sitting here playing games, I don't know. I think you're doing a little something wrong if you're not having fun. Can't take things too hard, I guess.
I mean, I think Spellzap is a little more detailed about the finite stuff that happened. Spellzap, you got any questions or anything you kind of want to talk to anybody about?
Yeah, I wanted to ask jkoper here. After you finished up with your ice dive, there was a chest you had skipped in Volcano. Is there any thought about going back to that, or was that just written off in your mind?
Oh, I skipped more than one chest in Volcano. I skipped a few, and I also skipped a few in Ice. I would have gone back there if Marsh didn't pay off, but I think it's just you gotta weigh the odds and do what really seems worthwhile, I guess. When Marsh has a ton of checks in it, those 3 could pay off or maybe not, but it's hard to commit to those 2 when like Ice and Volcano can be tough to just get through with and try to keep all your characters alive,
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I don't want to try to full clear every dungeon. So
Okay. And now when you found your, I believe it was the cube, what was your approach there? Because you knew you were in go mode, but it seemed like you were checking a couple more chests. Was there anything you were looking for?
yeah, I think mostly a loose floater, loose defense, loose power gauntlet, I guess. I think the floater in the adamant chest was probably best case scenario there, maybe to put the armor on. Power gauntlet would have been nice too, for sure, but just being able to put that dragon armor and just shield on, those are nice to have. So
All right.
yeah, especially before I got the cube, I was checking a whole bunch of stuff because I wasn't quite sure what was going to happen. And then when I turned into TNT, then yeah, it just became try to get a spare safety of some sort if I could.
Well, with that, I don't have very much to say here because I felt that you played a very clean and conservative run there, jkoper. Very clean and swift with a side of conservative play. I liked it. So I'm just gonna move to final thoughts here and give SG back their channel. So, Kaosubaloo, if you want to do some final thoughts moving forward, and
no, don't have anything. Good luck with the rest.
Hey, thank you. Same to you. There's still some chance if you win out, something good could happen. But yeah. But thanks for putting together the restream commentary and tracking and everything like that. GG to my opponent, and I guess looking forward to seeing what happens in the next week.
all right, spells up. You want to give us your final thoughts?
We came in, everyone raced great. I like everyone's ideas of how they approach the race. And I want to see what they can do in the future, so I'll definitely be watching their races going forward.
Yep, and I agree with my broadcast partner, Spellzap. Both of you approached this seed in 2 different ways. I really enjoyed it. I wish better luck for you, Kaosubaloo, moving forward in the Final Fantasy Randomizer. I look forward to your progress in it, and I look forward to you to crushing me on a weekly basis moving forward also, because I know you can do it. So I'm Dangwoo, in the background, Groggy Dog pushing the ones and twos. Speed Gaming, thank you for doing what you do for us. You, the fans out there, thank you for watching us, making it entertaining for us in the broadcast booth. Thank you. We've got plenty more matches coming up. Unfortunately, I don't have it up, or I would tell you more about what's coming up. But y'all have a good night and enjoy more Final Fantasy Randomizer.